But we begin tonight with the struggle so many of us have affording the price of paradise and living in it. Good evening and welcome to ABC Action News at 5. I'm Jameis Newler.
And good evening. I'm Wendy Ryan. Thank you for joining us. Today, Florida's Senate President released her plan to tackle this ongoing crisis. It's a massive policy aimed at jumpstarting development with better funding and tax incentives.
Critics, however, have issues with its preemption provisions and what they think are weak tenant protections. Reporter Forrest Saunders takes a look tonight from Tallahassee.
One thing that Republicans and Democrats do agree on is that there is an affordable housing crisis here in the state of Florida, as about 800 people move to the state each day. Where they disagree is how exactly to address the problem. With Florida rent and home prices among the highest in the nation,
it has become a huge burden on our citizens and our residents, and it's something that we have to address.
Senate President Kathleen Passidomo Thursday unveiled her plan to help.
We believe that this bill does it.
Called the Live Local Act, it aims to spur the private sector to create more affordable housing options across Florida, allowing more to live where they work. Incentives are for new construction as well as to redevelop untapped commercial and mixed-use spots, says the bill's sponsor.
This is not a Miami problem. This is not a Naples problem. This is not a Tallahassee problem. This is a statewide challenge.
Her 93-page policy costs more than $800 million and bolsters existing housing programs with more cash, plus uses tax incentives as a main driver. One in particular targets existing new construction, giving qualifying developments 75 to 100% tax exemption for each low-cost unit offered.
Those type of programs are not just 5 years down the pipeline. It's, God willing, as soon as we pass this legislation, we begin enacting and implementing these processes.
There are also sales tax rebates on building materials, up tax credits for businesses donating to local housing projects, and freeing local governments to offer their own property tax exemptions for affordable developments.
It's very much trickle-down economics, which doesn't always work.
Democrats like Rep. Anna Escamani have concerns. She believes the policy takes away too much power from counties and cities, like eliminating rent control options. Also, she says tenants have too few protections.
And I think it's ironic that the Senate President said this is a market-based solution. No, this is a corporate giveaway solution.
But even with heavy Democratic resistance, strong Republican support would likely be enough to make the idea happen. And high-ranking members like the House Speaker are already on board. At the Capitol, Forrest Saunders, ABC Action News.